We couldn't prove there was a collision and she was responsible for John's death.
Tonight, a juror tells WBZ she is confident in her decision to free Karen Read. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm David Wade. There was immense pressure on each and every juror to reach a verdict in one of the most closely scrutinized cases in recent memory. And tonight, one of those jurors is revealing how she decided on not guilty. She just spoke to Tammy Mutasa, and Tammy, this juror says that she changed her mind as the trial went along.
Yeah, David, tonight, Paula Prado says it was a very emotional and intense week. She actually left the courthouse crying yesterday because she said she felt on one hand, she felt like Karen Read got justice, but on the other hand, she felt horrible for John O'Keefe and his family and wants him to get justice too.
I was happy for Karen Read and her family. Of course, I think justice was served, but see John O'Keefe's family leaving the courthouse was melt my heart. I'm a mother and I saw her pain through all those days.
Paula Prado is recounting the gravity and emotions of being one of the 12 jurors in the high-profile Karen Read retrial. It's one day after the jury acquitted Read on her most serious charges in the death of John O'Keefe, her Boston police officer boyfriend.
I just want to tell them it's not our fault that Karen Read is not convicted, even if there's any chance that she's guilty of something, of hurt him somehow. The Commonwealth and the investigators didn't do their jobs to prove that to us.
Prado is a lawyer from Brazil. She says part of why the jury reached their verdict was because of the poor police investigation, saying there were too many inconsistencies and not enough evidence that a crash actually happened.
At first, for me, I thought Karen Read was actually maybe guilty of manslaughter in the beginning, but as the weeks passed by, I just realized there was too many holes that we couldn't fill, and there's nothing that put her on the scene, in our opinion, besides just drop John O'Keefe off. And the tail light, the injuries on his arm didn't make much sense that come from the tail light for us. The last witness, Arca, from the defense, that made clear, they did a very good job. We couldn't prove there was a collision and she was responsible for John's death.
She now hopes the amount of pressure and attention given to Read's case will be put into getting accountability for John O'Keefe.
And I really, really hope there is a way for the case to be reopened and they can investigate again and find who actually did that to John.
Now, after deliberating for 22 hours, Paula says she 100% stands by her decision. I asked her if the crowds out here added to that pressure, and she said she actually didn't even realize how big the crowds were, and the room that they were working in was actually covered, so they didn't really see what was going on outside. So all they did was really focus on the evidence that was presented to them. For now, reporting live in Dedham, Tammy Mutasa, WBZ News.
All right, Tammy, thank you.